This is a pre-assembled stair with a pre-fit rail installation. Cooper Stairworks has been building and installing quality stairs throughout New England for over 30 years. This video will give a great overview of our stair systems. We have made some of the finish cuts prior to the filming of this video that are normally made in the field. The sections of our stair show that we use only 5/4 treads in the construction process of our stairs. The tread and riser are joined by a tongue and groove. Tapered wedges are used on all routed stringers and are glued and stapled in place. Glue blocks are applied to all miters, and along with glue blocks, all risers have pocket hole screws fastening the riser to the underside of our treads. This century-old method of stair building is considered to be the best in our industry. When the stair is delivered to the job site, it is wrapped in a 6mm plastic with tread guards applied for protection. The stair should be installed during the rough framing, any time after the roof and windows are in place and the house is weather-tight. Before you start the installation, remove the stair packet, which is stapled to the backside of the stairs. Review the contents. The 5-year warranty stair plan and some basic installation instructions are included. You will want to review the stair plan one more time with existing field conditions. If it is an L-shaped stair, we will provide the size, height, and location of the platform. Next, you'll want to check the finished floor height and the floor thicknesses as shown on the stair plan with actual site conditions. Check to see what height the baseboard trim will be. Now is the time to make any stringer cuts. It is much easier to make the cuts that will allow another piece of trim butting into it to be at the proper height. This should be done before the unit is in place. The stair will have a sticker on any bottom riser that hits a platform or floor. It will show what scribe has been included to compensate for the thickness of the finished floor. There are basically 2 ways to shim the stair stringer off the rough wall to allow the drywall to slide down later between the studs and backside of finished stringer. Shown here are 2 strips of 5/8 inch thick stock that has been ripped from scrap. They are nailed about 1.5 inches parallel from the top and bottom edge. The other method is to cut the shims into short sections and slide them down between the studs and backside of the stringer. Lift and position the lower portion of the stair. When setting any stair in the rough, great care should be used to ensure it goes in level and plumb. Before screwing it into place, notice the installer is using a scrap piece of landing tread as a gauge, making sure the top riser is down 5/16 from the platform subfloor. We always use a 5/4 landing tread. Most times the landing tread has a 3/4 inch rabbet to accept standard flooring. You'll notice an alignment sticker on the top riser of the first unit. This will help when you install the upper section on L-shaped stairs to make sure it's in the correct position. This part of the installation is very important for the pre-notched newels and the pre-fit rail to align properly when they are installed later. When in place, screw the stringer as needed under the stair where the fastener can be hidden. It saves time later going back and filling the holes. Try and get at least 2 or 3 screws at each stud. Under normal conditions, a 3-inch screw is used. Lift and position the upper portion of the stair. Once again, when setting the unit in place, be sure the upper portion is placed in the correct position. Use the alignment sticker on the top riser of that section at the platform as a guide. We suggest that a small cleat be installed behind any riser that sits on either the floor or platform. This should be glued and screwed in place. It will not only help keep the bottom riser in place, it lessens the chance of any flex in that riser when flooring is installed. The installer can also put a fastener into the face of the riser that can be hidden below the floor line.